Tony Rice did Blackwell dirty. Y'all wrong for that. Oh man. TNT Rice window with so much grace. TNT Rice, the moment Amy Murray shrunk in her seat. Blumentic writes, next time they ask you, can they touch your hair? Tell them, yeah, if I can touch your face with my fist. Fame writes, F that nigga, he's a clown. See, there you go. Are you talking about Scotty? See, you always talking tough about people, man. You need to stop it, please. Please stop. Diana writes, no sound. Hopefully not. Does Scotty have any regrets about what he did? I never asked him that. Scotty pulled a major boy move on the sheaf. Oh boy. Oh boy. Cam writes, good morning, Nathan and Chop Shop. What's really going on in Dallas? Geiger, Brown, police department corruption, now Spence nearly killed. Dallas is the site of what happened to JFK. You know? And I don't think that Spence is dead. He is they're talking about Errol Spence, not Mike Pence, but Errol Spence Jr. Apparently, he was just ejected from the car. He was in his Ferrari, 29 years old. You're 5'9, 147 pounds. You just got millions deposited to your account. You're undefeated. You got your pick of the weight division. You can choose your next fight. It's going to be a big fight. You're going to get even more paid, more financial security. And he's probably out drinking. Maybe fell asleep or who knows? He might have combined in some alcohol with some pills or some weed or some something. You know, people be doing drugs these days, even these athletes. Now he's seriously injured. And like just like that, everything changes. Just last week, he was on top of the boxing world. Name somebody on his level, maybe one or two, maybe. And now it looks like that might be over with. Just like that. Tracy writes, what is this now? All of the time? T.I. ranks his top 50 rappers of all time. Okay. I know he's doing a new podcast, and I think I'd seen this. Pac number one, Jay-Z, Biggie, Snoop, Kanye, Drake. Okay. Everybody got a list, huh? A dark-skinned nigga with a pot belly would not have survived that crash. You're right about that. Yeah, if you out there, you know you're not in shape, you soft bodied. And like I told you, your body would have been like, uh, you know, it would have been like a plastic bag with pretzels inside. Slam it to the ground. What happens to the pretzels inside? That would have been your body. But Earl Smith, man, he's like a world class athlete. So hopefully he'll pull through. He'll be okay. Hopefully so. Just got a couple minutes left. 513-873-7134. If you'd like to share your thoughts this morning. Okay, great, great, great. Great to hear that. Great to hear that. Just got a great email. I am lining up a conversation with Alicia Murphy. You can probably look for that possibly tomorrow. Tomorrow with Alicia Murphy tomorrow. I want to get to make sure that you are aware of it. So make sure. Okay, great. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Also, do not forget this Sunday we have a CCW class opportunity. If you are interested, we're going to meet on Mack Road out in Fairfield. If you're interested, I'll give you exact details. Fairfield, Ohio. The cost will be $90. If you have a weapon, you can use it, but you do not have to bring one. They will be provided for you. If you bring your own firearm, bring at least 50 rounds of ammunition. To get certified in the state of Ohio, you must go through 4 hours of in class and then 4 hours of range instruction. So that will be the plan on this Sunday. And again, you can PayPal me or Cash App the Nathan Ivey Show. And once you pay, that holds your spot. And we'll meet you out there this Sunday. I want to make sure I said it before the show ends. Also, this Sunday as well, if you're not going to go be with us on the firing range getting certified, then perhaps you'll stop by one of the various locations. There are 12 of them in all for the First Ladies of Health Fair. Again, that's going on this Sunday. And they've got numerous locations throughout Hamilton County. And among the services that will be offered are screenings for HIV, diabetes, hypertension, breast and prostate cancer, vision, dental, brain health, and lung screenings as well. Flu shots will also be available if you're into that. Some of the children's screenings will include flu shot, blood pressure, asthma, body mass index, dental, vision, speech, and language. Again, the screenings will all take place on the same day. That's Sunday, October 13th. That's this Sunday. And let me just run down just a couple of the locations. Mother of Christ Catholic Church in Winton Hills over on Winnesty. The YMCA on Elm Street downtown. Seven Hills Neighborhood Houses in the West End. On Finley. If you're in Madisonville, New Life Temple Church. If you're in Evanston, the Evanston Recreation Center. College Hill Recreation Center in College Hill. The Word of Deliverance out in Forest Park. Corinthian Baptist Church in Bond Hill. The Rockdale Academy in Avondale. Allen Temple AME in Roselawn. New Jerusalem Baptist Church in Carthage. And the New Prospect Baptist Church in Roselawn. Those are the locations. Want to make sure you know where you need to get the information. I'm still here. We're not going anywhere, at least until 10 a.m. Bunky writes, as the relationship expert in Cyber Wakanda, Riri is certified chewable. See, there you go again. See? Tanika writes, I changed my hair so much, the white folks stay confused at my job. And I'm the only black woman there. Oh, boy. Looking at you like, how'd she do that? What happened to the other side? Where did it? TNT writes, what does the dark skin have to do with anything? Uh-oh. You didn't cross the line here, Bunky. Tanika writes, it's your time to go. It doesn't matter what size you are. I mean, yes and no. I just feel like if you're going through like some kind of like car accident or something like that, then, being in the best shape will allow you the best shape to recover. I think there's medicine behind that. Like even going through like a surgery or something like that. If you're in good shape, you know what I'm saying? You eating right, you working out right, boom, your body's going to snap back a little faster than, if you're not in good shape. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. He says, just jokes, chill out. Okay, I get it. As a protege of Jay-Z, Rihanna has more common sense. Yeah, that's bad girl Riri right there. There is a food truck startup seminar. Man, you ever heard of such a thing? It's going to be on November the 6th. Food truck startup seminar. If you've ever thought about starting your own food truck, or if you know somebody who's ever talked about starting your own food truck, that might be the first place to go, the food truck seminar. Yeah. It's going to be at the African American Chamber of Greater Cincinnati in Northern Kentucky. Yes, you will hear more about that. What else is happening? You got Jubilee Cincinnati. That's happening this weekend. I'm going to try to make sure we get a conversation in tomorrow about that. I know David Banner is going to be in town over the weekend as well. I'm not sure what the setup is going to be. I may get a chance to interview him, get a couple questions in. What should I ask? Hit me up. Let me know. Oh, man. See here. Okay, everybody's good. All right. All right, let me jump into the friends page here. See what's popping. What is this? Um, trying to see here what's been posted here recently in the last 24 hours. Fox News poll record support for Trump impeachment. Yeah, it's looking bad for El Presidente. He deserves it. Judge Kemp weeps and says, I wouldn't be getting this criticism if Miss Geiger were black. Well, yeah, because again, somebody should go back and do the history. How many defendants has she hugged? The real question is this, Judge Kemp. Would you have hugged her if she were black? That's the question. She's trying to flip it. Nobody's going for that. Ain't nobody want to hear that nonsense. Talking about, I wouldn't be getting this criticism if Miss Geiger were black. Well, that changes the whole dynamic. Oh, she weeps. She wants to weep now. Mm-hmm. You know, Iyanla Van Zandt, she spoke out about this case. And she said that the Jean family, Botham's brother and father, were a great example for all of us, she said. Did you hear this? Iyanla said basically, this us ignorant Negroes can learn from Botham Jean's family. And, I just find it so interesting that a woman who is known for her nastiness wants to talk about civility and peace and love. And yeah, she praised the family. Giannis needs to get some of this heat too. That's why I'm dragging her into this too. I'm gonna bring up the audio. You can hear it for yourself.
So the thing that's been heard around the world right now is the judge hugging Amber Geiger. People are saying no. People are saying yes.
Yeah.
Tell me your thoughts.
I find it very interesting that you go into court and they want you to put your hand on the Bible and swear to God, but then they don't want you to act like a godly being in the process. So the judge hugging this woman brings humanity to our legal system, which is what's missing, which is why we have so many people rotting in jail for nonviolent crimes, because the humanity is gone. So, and if we weren't in the courtroom, I'm not clear why we think we have an opinion. Why can't that judge do what she did from her heart and her mind to serve Miss, I should just call her Amber, to serve Amber? Why can't she just do what was in her heart and her mind?
Sure. So his brother and the judge, they both gave her a hug. So forgiveness is definitely in order.
Forgiveness isn't for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. I am so proud of that young man for claiming his right not to spend the next 10, 15 years in anger and upset with the woman who's in jail. He said his brother would have forgiven her.
So there it is. That's Iyanla. She says that we need to show more compassion. And that was a great example of compassion. I only got a couple minutes left, but I got Donnie B on the line. What's going on, Donnie B?
Good morning. How's everybody doing?
Good morning. Doing great.
I'm chilling. It's another morning for me. I was listening. Thank you so much for having that about the city council vote. I think it's more important for us to have stuff like that to bring awareness so we can see what's really going on downtown at city council. And I love Tamaya Bernard. And one of the reasons I do is because she's a lot more, how do we say it? tactful than me with the BS. Like, I just call it what it is. And sometimes I don't have the filter that I think you need to have in order to get things done across the aisle. So I wanted to say that based on what she explained, I think I just got one problem. I agree wholeheartedly with what she said. I'm personally not a fan of the United Way, only because I remember when I was at a large law firm, they would try to force us to donate to the United Way campaign. And I would always ask questions about, well, what do they do for minorities? What do they do for the Black community? What does the United Way do, for the poor and the things that I care about? And I never could get concrete answers. So I agree that it's time for us to take a look at, whether or not they're the best ones to manage, the city's, budget in that area. My only issue was it sounded like from Tamaya Denard, they were trying to bring it back in-house, but without any clear-cut plan for what they were going to do when it comes back in-house. And my problem with that is the government is always sloppy. I've never really seen the government manage stuff in an efficient, manner. A lot of times when it comes back to the government, we mess it up. So I'm in agreement that I don't think it should be with United Way, but I don't want to pull it from United Way and bring it in-house until there's a clear in-house process, and I feel like they're still in the process of trying to flesh that out. So I personally think this vote might be a little premature. Why don't you guys talk behind the scenes about if this thing passes, what it's going to look like in-house before you vote to take it in and then try to scramble after you get the money back from United Way to figure out what you're going to do with it. I would have liked to heard more concrete issues. What are the particular nonprofits that, Tamaya Denard and the others feel are not being serviced through the United Way? What do they do? And if you bring it back in-house, how are you going to fix it? And you kind of answer the question, but it sounds like it's so premature in the planning process that they didn't have a real answer. And I feel like it's kind of putting the cart before the horse. So that was my take on that. And I'm not surprised that Currently voted no. I mean, he needs corporate dollars, and United Way, Fortune 500 companies love them, right? They get to say they're doing something without doing something. So Cranley's vote doesn't surprise me.
I think all fair. I think you're spot on, right? Because I did ask her the question.
Yeah.
It seemed to, I won't say stumble, but it didn't seem there was a lot there to say yet. And some more decisions that had to
Yeah,
be made.
I think so. And so I think it's a good idea. The thing I love about her is, she if I was a city councilwoman, I'd be her. Like, I feel like she has a heart for the community. She's good at figuring out the issues and what needs to happen. I just wish we had more like her on city council to help her flesh out some of these ideas and turn them into action items. I don't think that she has. I think she's out of their league. I really do. I'm just gonna say it. I feel like Tamaya Denard is out of their league with some of the other members of city council, and they all vote the same. But when it comes to implementation, I just think she's out of her league. So we'll see what happens. So I didn't really have much today. Just my thoughts on that, and just say that I love the fact that you actually played the city council meeting so we can hear for ourselves what was going on. And surprise for Chris Mitherman, can you tell me what that was about? Like, I couldn't believe that he voted, with Tamaya Denard to pull the money from United Way. I'm like, was he feeling okay? Is he ill?
Well, she said that all of the Black members of city council across you got Democrat, Independent. She said she thought Jeff Pastor would probably be on the side, but he wasn't there, voted for this. So I thought that was interesting.
And I'm like, why wasn't he there? Like I don't understand. And that's the type of stuff where I'm like, I'm not a politician. But for me, I feel like if I'm trying to get something done, you kind of go around. I'm a political science major, and I used to be a lobbyist at the State House in Illinois. You would go around before you're passing something to see who's with you, who's against, and who's showing up. So if one of your key voters couldn't make it, I don't even know why it was on the floor. Like, I would have waited. I didn't understand that either. I wish we could have asked her, but I didn't think about the question until it was too late. But I wanted to know, like, if he was for it, but he couldn't make it. Was there a reason? Did it have to go on the floor today? Like, I don't know what the rules are. Could they not have waited to a different day to bring it up when all your base is there to vote yes? So I didn't understand that either. But I don't understand city politics, so maybe there's some sort of rule where they couldn't wait. I don't know.
Neither do I.
But that was my thought.
All right, Donnie B.
Always a pleasure talking to you guys. I'm listening. Y'all have a great day.
Absolutely. That's Donnie B, everybody. Is It Just Me podcast. appreciate her insight. And I think she makes a good point. Yeah, city council should make sure they get the infrastructure in place, the plan in place, how it's going to work before they change it. But I just love the fact that there's a challenge to the status quo. Okay. Okay, I'm getting your text message right now, Anthony. Okay, I got you. I think I understand. I got it. What do you think? 513-873-7134. Somebody posted this for precinct election officials. This is Terrence Graxton. Attention voters, we are hiring. November 5th election, earn $181.51, including training, Monday setup, and election day. Requirements: registered and active voter, no felony convictions, independent transportation. High school seniors can also work the polls. You can call right now. Democrats 632-7041. Republicans 632-7042. What about working the polls, the precincts? Okay, so before she called in, we were talking about Iyanla, and she says that the little brother set an example of righteousness. And maybe she's right about that. Maybe she's right about that. But I don't see her setting an example of righteousness on her show. She be going off on people. I mean, she be coming for the jugular and she be going hard. I don't see that same righteousness. I'm sorry. But I mean, I guess that's the right thing to say, right? It's the right thing to say. Have a great and powerful Thursday. We'll catch up again tomorrow morning, bright and early at 8 a.m. I am chasing a conversation with Alicia Murphy. It could happen within the next 24 hours, or it could happen on Monday. All right, have an excellent day, and we will talk real soon.